Hey friends, full reactions in the link in the description below, so pause, leave a like, really helps with the channel, subscribe, and come back after you watch the reaction for the discussion. Give you some time to do that. Review and commentary starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Wow, wasn't expecting an episode specifically focused on Amajiki, though it was partially about Mirio too. Loved how the two of them just helped each other so much throughout their childhood. Poor kid Amajiki, though, on his first day of school, so nervous, so alone. I actually remember playing the Mirio role when I was a kid, and there was a transfer student. It wasn't, at first, it wasn't by choice, though I was happy to do it, because I was always the top of my class in elementary school, and sometimes the students who transferred in only spoke Mandarin, so from like first to third, maybe even part of fourth grade, I was always the one put in charge of looking after the new kid. And it was nice, actually. Like, I got to know I get to put this kid at ease, right? Like even in later years, from the middle of fourth grade to like sixth grade, when the teacher didn't actively put me in charge of that, I still did the same thing for kids in my school who were new because I don't know, it was nice to befriend a kid who was nervous on their first day. It was nice to lower their anxiety a little bit. And I'm sure I did not radiate freaking light energy like Mirio did. And none of the kids I talked to had much anxiety. Certainly nothing like Amajiki. But I didn't, and I also didn't like make any like lifelong friendships either. But I still think fondly back on those times. But yeah, for high school, there were no transfers since there was an entrance exam for the seventh grade, and that was that. So I didn't get to invite anybody in. But I think it's a good life skill to have and not be intimidated to talking to strangers and just, yeah, be kind to people who are having a rough go for it. Rough go of it. But for Mirio, his impact on Amajiki, it meant so much to Amajiki to have Mirio come over and talk to him. It was so, so sweet. And he was thinking about how warm Mirio was. My heart was just, And for someone with so much like social anxiety to be met by somebody who was there to just be his friend so enthusiastically, just what a wonderful friendship. And that little jagged smile of Amajiki's as a child when Mirio talked to him was just so cute. And then we flash forward to current times of the heroes breaking into the Shie Hasaikai compound. That is a very hard word for me to say, that name, for some reason. But Sir's ability helped so much in getting them through certain things. Then that guy turned himself into the wall with the quirk boosting drug and distorted everything. And last time I was wondering why Miro wasn't sent ahead to scout, so I'm glad he's headed forward now. But yeah, Overhaul's quirk seems broken as heck, and I don't know who he has with him and what their quirks are, but I think Miro can slow them down enough until backup arrives. If he doesn't actually have the raw power to just finish them himself, right? And at first, I actually thought he was gonna go after the guy in the wall, but I guess he kind of can't. Like he doesn't. It doesn't seem like he can hit the guy because he's in the wall. I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, he wound up. The guy in the wall wound up dropping the rest of them into a room below, and Amajiki decided to take those three one on one. But yeah, he actually wraps them up pretty quickly, and I was just like, have Deku and Kirishima knock them all out really quick and have officers tie them up, and then we can just all move on together. But so it was a little confusing there why they didn't do that. Feels like it would have been trivial to take care of them all together, especially once Amajiki had already wrapped them in his octopus tentacles. So that was a little confusing, but anyway, Amajiki's goal was to save everybody's quirks. But I didn't think they'd need that much stamina to get it done to take care of these three, and they'd probably recover that stamina in time for the next fight anyway. But yeah, Amajiki flashback to a conversation with Mirio when they were, I guess, in middle school, and Mirio was telling him that the only reason he can do what he does is because of Amajiki. Like he knows how much Amajiki struggles, but still goes forward, still never runs away. So I really love this friendship so much. They care about each other and make each other better. It's really nice. And yeah, they had a flashback to Amajiki doing the finger. I don't know how to do the finger thing. I've never seen it done before. I've never attempted it before. How do you? I don't know. But yeah, Mirio in that flashback mentioned that he saw like the real Amajiki, the one who's smiley, fun, and super cheerful. I think the writing for this episode was excellent. Or the writing for Amajiki and the way his backstory is told is really excellent because we were made to love Mirio so much already, and by showing us how much he loves Amajiki, the show endears him to us as well. So, I mean, at the start of the episode, when it seemed like it was going to be an Amajiki centered episode, I was just like, I kind of don't care. I just want to get to Eri, but this turned out to be actually really nice. So, yeah, I'm thankful for that. And yeah, we got to see Amajiki show off a bit. 3 villains at once. Wound up eating the crystals and manifesting it on his own body to use as a defense. And then using one of the villains as a shield so that the one that eats everything can't get to Amajiki himself. So friends don't eat friends. Rock Guy is friend, not food. And yet, he says friends don't eat friends, and yet Amajiki calls Mirio the sun, and yet he's the sun eater. So I think he wants to eat Mirio to manifest his positivity and cheerfulness, but not in a literal sense. Not like a literal he wants to eat Mirio, but, or maybe, that sounded dirty. Anyway, I think he wants to eat him metaphorically in the sense that he wants to be his friend and feed off his energy in that kind of sense. That might be a little bit of a stretch, but yeah, I will say though, it feels like it was lucky for Amajiki that these 3 villains didn't have quirk enhancing drugs. He was pretty pushed to the brink there, and any additional power, and it might have been too much for him. So yeah, I'm glad he was able to get out okay. One little red herring though, Fat Gum gave Amajiki swordfish, I think this episode or last episode, and he never used it, which I find to be really curious. So I mean, I guess he might not be done. He was injured pretty bad, but I think he can still go on if he really wanted to. And the swordfish felt like it was a secret weapon, and I was a little surprised not to see it. So yeah, maybe we'll see it some other point. Anyway, next episode, do we get to see Eri? I've been waiting. I really enjoyed this episode, but I want to see Eri already. Mirio's on his way already, so hopefully it's time, right? It's got to be time. I need them to save this small bean, my little baby. All right, guys. Solid 9 for this episode. Definitely looking forward to the next one. Leave a like. It really helps with the channel. We are 1 week ahead over on Patreon in the early reaction tier and 3 weeks ahead at the full reaction tier. So check that out on Patreon in the link in the description below. Take a quick moment to leave a like. Really helps with the channel, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, friends.